run your law firm the right way. This is the Maximum Lawyer Podcast. Your hosts, Jim Hacking and Tyson Mutrux. Let's partner up and maximize your firm. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to another episode of the Maximum Lawyer Podcast. I'm Becca Eberhart, CEO at Maximum Lawyer, and today we're talking mindset. And this quick message is for those of you who want to open your own firm but haven't yet. Today we're going to talk about the tendency to wait to get started. Do you have plans for the life you're going to live or law firm you're going to run someday? If you're telling yourself that there's going to come a perfect time to start your business, your perfect time will never come. Now is as good of time as any. Waiting is a habit we create. We often get hung up on the fear of uncertainty. But if you're someone who wants to open their own law firm, you must realize that those two things don't coexist. Certainty and entrepreneurship. So you're going to have to pick one. Would you choose security at the expense of an unfulfilled life? Another common reason we wait is the desire for perfection. Brené Brown said, "I'm a recovering perfectionist and an aspiring good enoughiст." And I think that's a really smart aspiration to have as someone who wants to run a business. Many of us struggle with the belief that if something's not perfect, it's not ready. Whether that's your business idea, website, your branding, your social media, or anything else. You can change it all, and you will change it all. It will never feel done. Because as soon as we get to the point where we've arrived, we discover new opportunities, come up with ways to make a bigger impact, and with all of that comes more growth, more change, and more work. You might also think you don't have the time, money, network, support, or the knowledge to start your business. You're going to have to choose between what's holding you back and what you want the most. Start where you are with what you have and do what you can. That's how you'll gain traction. There are so many great businesses that started without thinking they needed the best. Dave Ramsey started in his living room. Facebook started in a dorm room. Google and Amazon started in garages. Spanx and Walt Disney started in apartments. What this all comes down to is if you want it, you'll find a way. And if not, you'll find an excuse. Every single time. This perception we have that we have to start our businesses with the best equipment, the best website, the best softwares, and an admin team is just a lie. It's honestly just great marketing. So you have to be aware of what you're consuming. What are you seeing, reading, and watching? The needs, even for startup businesses, are actually very minimal. So the next time you get really excited and catch yourself thinking, I need this first, just take a step back and think, do you need it or would it be nice to have it? Being able to filter out these thoughts will serve you well as you get your business off the ground. You'll be able to clearly see if the business you're building is viable, profitable, and scalable without the added stress and pressure of excessive expenses in the beginning. Here's something a lot of people fall into, and be honest with yourself. You'd rather learn about how to take action or read what you need to know before you take action, or watch someone else take action than to just take action. Soaking in knowledge and consuming information is easier, more fun, and makes you feel smart. But that's not what's going to make your dreams a reality. You really do have to start before you're ready, and that's a skill worth learning. Here's another thing I really want you to think about. Is this week typical for you? Chances are it isn't. You have a one-off meeting, maybe a new show just came out on Netflix, or you had to skip a workout for some reason. Now think back to your last typical week, a week where 100% of everything worked out exactly as you planned. Is that week further back than you thought? Does it even exist at all? Yet I bet you live as if though this imaginary week were a reality. The point is, we often tell ourselves this story that we're waiting for the right time or the perfect conditions that will never come. Finally, waiting is a waste of time, a truly non-renewable resource. You can easily convince yourself that tomorrow is the day and look back and a year has passed, or even more. And once you do get started, you'll wish you had just made the commitment a year ago. You'll think how far ahead you could be, how much you could have learned, how much you would have grown, the people you could have met, and the opportunities that would have come your way. You really do have to start before you're ready. So whatever excuse you're using to put off following your dreams and opening your business, it comes down to a decision. Your decision to find a way or find an excuse. I know this puts the ball back in your court, and oftentimes people don't like that. So while the answer is simple, it's not easy. So you choose. Choose not to wait. Make this day one, not one day.
Thanks for listening to the Maximum Lawyer Podcast. To stay in contact with your hosts and to access more content, go to MaximumLawyer.com. Have a great week and catch you next time.